All right, guys, this is my second take. Forgive me. Welcome back to Pauly's Hat Trick. One host, three hats. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to go all the way through without the breaks between each hat and the breaks before socials. I think it'll shorten the episode and it'll keep the dialogue a little bit more of a flow to it. So as always, I do start with my teaser cap. Any guesstimates of what the theme of my next episode is going to be? This little guy right here sold out in a very short amount of time. So I'm excited to introduce you to this next week. I am calling this episode the Hot Summer Nights episode because the hats I'm going to introduce you to in this one, they're vibrant in color, they're bright. I would expect to see them, on a neon lit, bright city street when somebody's out there on a hot night, or even a nice warm country night when you're just wanting to sprinkle a little bit of color into your wardrobe. So those are the three that I'm going to introduce you to. So why don't we go ahead and get started with that. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. With the very first cap that was my teaser cap last week, this is called the Kyoto Newsboy. Kyoto in Japanese actually means Imperial City, not to mention the fact that it is the name of a city in Japan. I was fortunate enough to spend a year of my life in Japan, and I'm not the kind of person, when I was in the Marine Corps, and I'm not the kind of person that just goes there to go there. I love to immerse myself in culture, and I did so when I was there. So I have a great deal of respect for the Japanese, for the country as a whole, and the people of Japan. So it was kind of cool that this one's named the Kyoto. Dang it. This guy comes from Hats in the Belfry, and it retailed for $58. If you're a first-time buyer there, welcome 10. We'll get you 10% off of anything that they have on their site. This was called the Oatmeal and Blue combo, and there was another combo that I don't recollect. But I believe you're going to recognize the name of this guy. I hope I don't butcher this too much. It's Alfonso D'Este or Diesta. The reason you're probably going to recognize it is because it is a line, as my dog shakes all over the place, it is a line that Funkybrims carries. Just a really good looking linen cap, super lightweight, no liner in it. And it was on sale for $58. I grabbed it. It fits. I'm so happy with it. However, I do want to give you a word of caution when ordering from Hats in the Belfry. Anything that is on sale or discounted has a no refund, no return policy. So fast forward to a couple of months ago, I found a hat out there I really liked because I was happy with this one. Thought I'd snag another. It was too big. So I'm bummed. You're not going to see that hat. Luckily, I was able to use it as a donation, but please be really careful if you decide to order from them and they have anything discounted. It's a one-shot deal, and you're stuck with the cap if it happens to not fit. So make sure you pay close attention to the size charts and the type of hat that you're getting into. Again, Kyoto from Alfonso D'Este. I'll give you the once around on the cap. Lightweight linen, very lightweight linen, and just a sharp looking cap that I wanted to introduce you to is hat number 1 this week. Now, let's move on to hat number 2. Get this guy up here. Many of you probably recognize this one too. This was an April drop it was a collab between Funkybrims and Hales. It was called the Villa Margarita. And this guy retailed for $72. There were 2 flat caps out there. And there were 2 newsboys, if I remember correctly, because I recall the solid orange flat. And I also recall the solid orange being sprinkled in one of the newsboys. Polyester material, which is the exact same material as the Hales shirt that dropped, the Shaka shirt that dropped at the same time. It was kind of Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett-ish themed. Has a pirate on it. Has a pirate ship on it. Up there you can see the pirate ship. Lots of palm trees. Lots of just a tropical Hawaiian-style hat. I grabbed this one because I grabbed the shirt too. And they go together. If anything screams summer, you put this on and you put that shirt on and you're ready to summer it up all you can. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I can share with you. The brim is kind of an orange textured material. It's very kind of an orange and white combo. The Villa Margarita is right there from Funkybrims. It does have a liner that's very lightweight too. You can still see my hand through here. So all in all, a great summer cap. Bright, shiny, Hawaiian style, Jimmy Buffett style, whatever you want to call it. It's fun. So hat number 2 is the Funkybrims Villa Margarita flat cap. let's move on to hat number 3. Another super colorful cap from Funkybrims. This is called the Linen Wheel Violet. I've actually highlighted on one of my earlier episodes the Linen Wheel Blue that they have out there. And I had to pick up the violet too, just because it's so bright and summery and just has brightness and happiness all over it. This one retails for $64, and it's still out there in all but 2 sizes. So if you like this, pop out there and snag one of these, and I think you'll be really happy with it. Side profile view of this guy and what it looks like. Again, the Funkybrims Newsboys do not have a lot of flop and drape. There's the pattern, the 8-wheel pattern. The brim is actually made of the same material right here in that panel. It's got kind of a bright orange, violet. It's got kind of an orange creamsicle type of color and a really light violet in it. I just love the combo on this, and I think it's a great summertime cap. Obviously, won't quite go with everything. You're going to probably have to accent it right with whatever clothes you're wearing, but it's fun. It's a fun summertime cap. And again, it's still available in all but 2 sizes. So if it's something you like, get out there and snag you one. There you have it. I've introduced you relatively quickly compared to most times to 3 caps. Number 1 was the Kyoto. Number 2 was the Funkybrims Villa Margarita. And number 3 is the Funkybrims Linen Wheel Violet. So let's get on to socials. Let me change back to my teaser cap for you. And let's talk socials this week. My God, man. Peaky Hat knocked their 4th of July or their 250th anniversary cap out of the park. It is called the 250, and it dropped this morning. And so that you have a reference point, today is June 26th, and I'm recording this. So this Friday, today, they dropped that. They are sharp-looking caps. They come in 2 styles. The first one is your 8-panel newsboy style, where one single panel is white with blue stars, and the rest of the cap is the blue. It's got kind of a leatherette on the brim, and then underneath the brim, it's got a flag with what looks to be a portion of the Constitution on it. That's the newsboy. Now, the Ivy, on the other hand, has the blue up here, and then this panel that comes all the way around, even right up in here, is the white with the blue stars. So it's really a cool contrast on the Ivy. I believe there's a little leatherette up there. And again, under the brim, you will find the flag with the Constitution on it. They retail for $59. They are a limited edition. So unlike most Peaky Hats, one and done, man. One run, and when they're gone, they're gone. I would highly recommend, if you like them, snag one. You can't go wrong. And it's patriotic as heck, and it's subtle yet fun. So check them out. They're out there now. I don't believe they're quite yet sold out of any of them, but I do believe they're going fast. Then the next one I want to introduce you to is Glad Hatters. They dropped a hat that they called the Liberty. Now, this was a 6-panel kind of combination of reds, whites, and blues. And it was a summertime linen cap. The 6-panel is what is very similar to the Boston Scally look and cut. So if you know that, you know what a 6-panel is and what that kind of looks like. I did not check on how they're doing. If it's anything like their first drop, which was the Hanya drop, I am going to assume that they're sold out, or they're in very limited quantities in certain sizes. Funkybrims dropped their next of their masterpiece collection last night. That was called the Vermeer, and it was a combination of kind of yellows and grays and just kind of really cool looking pattern. Sold out. White cap and newsboy are gone. That's obviously a very popular line. I'm sure that probably runs neck and neck with their Hales collaborations, but it was out there. You're welcome to go take a peek, but you're going to have to find it on the secondary market if you want one of those. And last but not least, Boston Scally dropped their 250th anniversary cap today as well. They called it navy and tan. The tan is dark, but it reminds me of the navy and cream colors that you've kind of seen on a retro flag or a retro Americana type of scene. So it is out. No, actually, it is not out there. That son of a gun sold out as well. It was a very popular cap. I checked it right before I started recording today, and it's gone. So that's another one you're going to have to find on the secondary market. And those are everything that caught my eye in the socials. If I missed something, it was not intentional. But I believe we're trending to a bit of a shorter episode. I wanted to be right around the 10-minute mark, and we're at like 10 and some change right now. So hopefully I've shaved enough off to make these episodes quick for you to digest. I've introduced you to 3 caps. I've teased you with one, and this one will be included in my next episode. So we're rolling into a holiday weekend. I want y'all to have a great one. I want y'all to have a safe one, and I will be back with you again next week with my next episode. Take care. I made it. There were only a couple of uh-ohs. Nothing major, I don't think. But I'm going to edit, or I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to review it and hope and pray I didn't have too many senior moments in here. Take care, guys. Have a great 4th of July and a safe one. Bye.